Our keynote speaker for tonight, I'm going to tell you a little kind of behind-the-scenes funny story. Her and I were texting a month or so ago, a couple weeks ago, I guess, and she was telling me how much she loved the way I introduced her last year. And could I do a wonderful job like that again? I'm like, so I texted her back the truth. I go, Linda, I don't remember a damn thing about what I said last year. I don't. So, being the consummate professional, she said, can't you get a DVD of the... All right. So I did. Nancy was kind enough to bring a DVD from the speech last year, and I put it in and I watched it, and here's what I was going to do to you, okay? What I was going to do is have them play that introduction off the DVD, and then I was going to give you the classic Lou introduction, okay? How many of you have ever seen Lou Farish introduce Linda at this conference? Okay, I guess this is how it would go. Now, this isn't the real introduction, okay? He would get up here with his ball cap on, and he would go, if you don't know Linda, I don't know what to tell you. Here's Linda, and that's it. Now, you don't understand. Her rap sheet would take me a half an hour to read. Okay, seriously, it's just unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to give you some highlights, all right? So our keynote speaker tonight, graduate of Stanford University with a master's in communication. She has devoted her film career, her documentary, television, radio career to writing and producing productions that are concerned with science, medicine, the environment, okay? She's received local, national, international awards, including 3 regional Emmys, a national Emmy nomination, and a WCVB Boston Station Peabody Award for medical and scientific programming. This is the real McCoy when it comes to the media and the kind of knowledge and education that we get from that. She is as good as it gets in this field, and she has devoted much of her life to learning about this phenomenon and helping to educate us on what she has found out. She produces reports, edits the award-winning Science, Environmental, Earth Science, Earth Mysteries news website earthfiles.com, which was honored with a Web Award for News Standard of Excellence, a W3 Silver Award in the news category, and an Award of Standard of Excellence presented by the Internet's Web Award Association, and Encyclopedia Britannica Award for Journalistic Excellence. Now, this is the kind of credibility that ufology needs, and Linda brings it in spades. Her name's not really Lisa. I don't know where that came from. Her monthly 3-hour news report about science, environment, and earth mysteries are broadcast on premier radio networks, Coast to Coast AM, throughout North America. She also produces radio broadcasts for Whitley Strieber's Dreamland Online. She has written 4 books, Mysterious Lights and Crop Circles, and Alien Harvest, Glimpses of Other Realities, Volume 1 and 2. If you don't have these books, try and figure out a way to get them. They are hard to get sometimes.
No, they're always available at earthfiles.com.
Excellent. Because I just had, I had an old Victorian home, and I lost another 100 books or so with a watery basement, and one of them was one of your books, so we'll talk.
I'll give you one.
All right, she has spoken at more conferences, TV shows, radio shows than you can possibly imagine. I mean, thousands and thousands of times. I do not know anybody who cares more about this planet and the crazy people that live on it than our next speaker, and I mean that. She has devoted her entire life to taking care of this planet, finding out the truth, and telling everybody else that will possibly listen what she knows. For me, whenever I first met Linda, she was one of these people where when you meet somebody, there's this instant connection, you know, and I'd look at her and go, oh, you and I have been friends for thousands of years, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the kind of feeling. So I'm very, very proud to be Linda's friend, and I am very proud now to introduce her to present to you, Linda Moulton Howe.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel that I'm in a room with people that I literally have known for almost 30 years coming to Eureka Springs. And tonight, I'm going to be doing something I've not done before in 2 hours, weaving a complexity. And I am looking forward to your feedback about this, because we are in a very, very strangely, I think, difficult, critical time. And I want to thank Nancy Vernon, Julia B., Shonda and Christy Garrison, Race and Robin Hobbs, and all who have produced another year. They told me this is officially the 29th year, counting the non-Lou Farish at the beginning. And that I know in my very first year, I think it was 88 or 89, I was here and I presented that year about my investigations of the worldwide animal mutilations and why law enforcement said that the perpetrators were, quote, creatures from outer space, close quote. And now we have rovers exploring on Mars. We have spacecraft showing us the first close-up images of Pluto's icy mountains and the bright white magnesium salt deposits in the crater on the dwarf planet Ceres, and news that at the bottom of the 30-mile deep ocean on Saturn's moon Enceladus, there is hot water at nearly 200 degrees Fahrenheit gushing from the sea floor and spouting through the surface ice, apparently heated by radioactive material in the core. That provokes scientists to wonder if there really are swimming creatures in that surprisingly warm moon water. As the future rushes toward us with a persistent mixture of lies and truths, I would like to sharpen the focus on what was happening 69 years ago when the front page of the Roswell Daily Record on July 8, 1947 was headlined, quote, Roswell Army Airfield captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. No details of flying disc are revealed. We now know that during a thunderstorm late at night on July 3-4, 1947, 3 aerial objects merged on radar before 3 crash sites were found. The headline about one came from Colonel William Blanchard, commanding officer of the 509th Bomb Wing at the Roswell Army Airfield. Colonel Blanchard ordered his public information officer, Walter Hott, to issue a press release announcing that one of those flying saucers people had been reporting that summer had crashed northwest of Roswell near Corona. Strange debris had been found by sheep rancher Mac Brazel on July 4th. 3 days later, on July 7th, the head of the Roswell Army Airfield's 509th Bomber Group Intelligence Unit, Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Marcel Sr., went to the Brazel Ranch with Counterintelligence Corps agent Sheridan Cabot to investigate and gather up peculiar silver foil that folded like cloth and long, thin I-beams with purple symbols on them. The next day, on July 8th, after the story broke on the front page of the Roswell Daily Record, the head of the 8th Air Force in Fort Worth, Texas, Brigadier General Roger Ramey, held a press conference with his chief of staff, Colonel Thomas Dubose, to falsely say there was no flying saucer. It was just a weather balloon that exploded in the thunderstorm. And to strengthen his phony story, General Ramey had pieces of shredded weather balloons spread on the floor to be photographed so newspapers would run with his concocted story, specifically to keep the public and the media from knowing about the alien presence. Even Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Marcel Sr. was asked to fly from Roswell to Fort Worth to pose for photos amid weather balloon debris. But Colonel Marcel knew that what he had gathered the day before from the Brazel Ranch was not a weather balloon.